If you ever wondered what the vehicles look like at an 8-figure pest control company, well, in this video, we're gonna break down exactly what they look like inside and out. First, we're gonna start with one of our original vans and then move on to one of our brand new Ford Mavericks. We're gonna give you a price breakdown for everything that goes into these vans, from equipment to wraps and the truck itself. Let's get to it. Hey guys, my name is Jonas Olson, CEO of Pest Badger. Today we're going to show you guys one of our truck setups. I'll show you guys what the van looks like on the inside and outside. Also, I'll give you prices and breakdowns for everything that we put into these trucks. Looks like we got some rain coming, so let's get rolling. Start with the outside, our wraps on our vans, which I think everyone who runs a company should have a wrap van. Wraps for this van was like $3,500. It says this was one of our original vans. We moved on to trucks since then. The reason that I like the small vans, because days like today where it's raining, everything's enclosed, so all of our technicians can keep all their equipment and they can keep all of our products dry. And what's nice too is that when technicians bring their trucks home, they can keep everything locked up and I have to put it in the garage and store it away. It's pretty nice to have a van like this. We recently moved to the new trucks, which are Ford Mavericks with caps on them. Those are super nice too. Again, I just like to have everything locked up, clean, and put away nice. So just good for storage. Good for the technicians to bring these home. Easy to fill that water from a hose at home too. So the technicians don't have to come to the shop every single day. The price on these vans were pretty cheap when we got them. I know obviously they stopped making the Nissans altogether, but like I think we bought this in like 18 or 19, 20, somewhere in there. This van was like $17,000. It was pretty inexpensive. It didn't come with the ladder rack. We had to put the ladder rack on itself. Like I said, it was $1,100 upgrade, but super nice to have for doing wildlife jobs, things like that. So also when we bought these vans, it's pouring rain by the way, as you can tell. Back in the pandemic, we couldn't get vans. So we were just finding everything that was out there. So we have a couple of Nissans, a couple of Dodges, a couple of Toyotas, but now that the pandemic's done, we've switched all the Fords to Mavericks, F-150s, F-250s, and switched all of our fleet to all Fords to keep it all the same and super simple. But now it's pouring.
Okay.
Going up here, the ladder rack system. This is about $1,100. Pretty cool though. You don't need any straps for these, just one clip or a lock. Flip this up, pull this guy out, unlocks the ladder. You just pull the ladder off the back. So these are pretty cool. Definitely recommend one of these guys. The back, this is where we keep our web pole, keep it out of the weather. So it's gonna rain, so these are nice. Web pole goes in here. This setup here, it's like $40 for the kit, and like another couple, what is it, 20, $30 for the tube. Something like that. Yeah, these are nice. Web pole goes in there, 10-inch web pole. I think this one's 30 feet. I think web pole is like $100-ish. Web brush is like $12, whatever it is. Check out the inside. So this is what it looks like inside the truck. It's like I got a 65-gallon water tank, holds enough water for the day. Right here, we got our backpack sprayer. This is a Flow Zone 3-gallon. This is what we use to do all of our pest control jobs. We used to do power sprayers like back in the day that hold a couple hundred gallons, but this is definitely more cost effective and just easier for the technicians. Pretty simple, plug the battery in, go to work. This is a standard B&G sprayer. Pretty simple, just pump sprayer, holds 1 gallon. That's what we do for all of our interior treatments and specialized treatments. Again, you're talking, $300-400 depending on where you're buying from. Super important in pest control. Most operators have these. We really like the B&G. They've been really good to us. Most of ours now are pink too, so this is one of the older ones. I'll show you guys the pink one in a different video, but this one's black. Extra brush heads up here in case one gets wet or they just kind of wear over time. Got our gloves for PPE here. All of our product, we like to keep up on the shelves, keep them strapped in, looking good. Got a bunch of different products in here. Got some bait stations also. Belly spreader for doing lawn jobs around the house, keep out chinch bugs, things away. That's like $80. We got this guy in here. This is where we keep a lot of our bags of granular that doesn't spill all over the place. I think there's some Bifin granulars in there. Oh, we got some caulking guns up here for doing exclusion work. Silicone guns there. Pretty straightforward. Jump off to the side. Power inverter right here to charge up all our batteries. This one, the truck has to be running, just plug in a cigarette lighter. Some we have built in, but this was, again, one of the originals. And then we have some Alpine bay in the side. Got a nice spot for these guys. Got some bedlam for doing bed bugs, wasp freeze for doing wasp jobs, but pretty straightforward. So here's just our 65-gallon water tank. It's just gravity fed. We do have some pumps on the other ones, but this one is just gravity fed. This holds 65 gallons, like I said. The backpack sprayer holds 3 gallons. You can do about roughly 20 some houses per day with this setup here. If you're doing insect or mosquito jobs, could be a little bit less, but this is strictly pest control. So definitely got to have water in here. I think this water tank costs a couple $100, $200-300. Bungee straps, just in case you guys need bungee cords for anything. Technicians like bungee cords, I guess. Going back to the 65-gallon tank too, a lot of people will fill up at customers' houses. We don't necessarily care for that, so we just carry a little bit of water so we can fill up on the job. Now we're gonna check out the front of the truck, see what you got going on in here. Pretty simple, straightforward. This is where you drive the vehicle, but we have Ravens in every one of the vehicles. So GPS has video, audio, video, front and backwards. So if a guy's gonna do an accident, we can record it. Or if the technicians keep their trucks at home, we can monitor if the truck's moving or not after hours, things like that. I always know where our trucks are at and our technicians. That's a wrap. Have a pest-free day. Now we got the price breakdown. Let's go through this all. So all in, the total, you're about $24,000 in the van with the roof rack, stuff like that. And then for the equipment total for that setup is about $7,000. So for you guys who are just starting out and you're using your own personal vehicles, obviously you're not gonna need to spend that much money. You're not gonna have to spend that much money in a wrap. You're not gonna have to spend that much money in equipment just to start out. Again, just starting out, you could probably spend $300 to $500 and be in a really good spot to be able to go service and start your company. So that's what one of our original van setups looks like. Now let's go check out one of the new Ford Mavericks. We're gonna take you a tour of one of our brand new pest control trucks. Check this out. So I've never actually seen this exact setup before. They seem to like it really a lot. So there's just a 50-gallon water tank in the back. They got their flow zone backpack sprayer. You got their web pole. Then they just have this job box here, lockable job box, just a dual construction lock box. Inside here, they have a granular spreader. They have some product. It's all locked up. You got extra duster heads. You got 1-gallon pump sprayer in here. You got the mole traps, just things like that they're gonna need out on the job. Come take a look at this. Let's have their pump sprayer. Of course, it's pink to match the brand. Again, they locked this overnight. This one does not have a topper yet. This truck is brand new. Like I said, still has the license plate from the dealership on there, so haven't got a topper put on yet. Check this side out. They just have more product in here. Extra gloves, some extra PPE, face shields, some side tools, things like that you need. They put their duster heads in here too, just so they would stay dry if it's raining out. And we'll have a box in the back of the cab. They did some initials today, so they had some installs for bait stations. Those loaded up back there. We got some Max Force and bait. And then the front of these things, so these are all electric, pretty cool. And they have a charging station up front where they can charge their batteries throughout the day for their backpack flow zone sprayers. But yeah, pretty much sums it up for these trucks. We've liked them so far. We've had it for, I think this is our second summer with the Maverick. Get really good gas mileage, obviously. That's plus. This truck alone will do like $1,500 to $3,000, just over $3,000 every single day. So it's a very profitable truck for us. So, and typically on a yearly basis, I say pest control trucks do about 250, 300,000. We're pushing upwards of 300,000 plus per truck. So that's the goal. Of course, one of the first things that we do when we get our Mavericks is we get them all wrapped. Of course, this is our brand. And we wrap all of our trucks. You guys should be wrapping yours too. Highly recommend it. I get that question asked all the time. Should we wrap our trucks? The answer is yes. I don't care if it's a sticker to start with. Just get something that looks big professional. And by law, you have to have your phone number, business name, things like that on it anyway. But then yeah, like everyone just sees our trucks as we drive down the road. Even when we only had one truck, everyone said they always saw our trucks because the pink just really stood out. That's one reason that I chose pink, because 1% of all vehicles in the United States are pink. So again, this is our brand, and you should be wrapping your trucks every single time. So now we just looked at the Ford Maverick. Let's do the price breakdown of everything that went into that. So all in total for that Ford Maverick setup, $40,220, and the equipment total for that one is $5,220. So now, as you can see, we did spend more on the brand new vehicle, but overall, it was actually cheaper to equip the Ford Maverick. So I don't care which style you like. I like the vans because it's all enclosed. You lock them up at night, technicians take them home. You don't have to worry about anyone stealing. The Ford Mavericks obviously have to be stored inside at this point because we have no topper on them, but once the topper gets in, Everything will be locked up too. So I don't care which style you like, but these are the setups that we like to use. When we do wildlife stuff, we have bigger trucks. We'll go through that. Same thing with the fertilization weed control trucks. So as you can see, the barrier to entry for one of these trucks, vans, is not as much as one may expect. So especially if you're using your own, right? You have a few $100s in equipment, like I said, $300 to $500. You know, maybe $100 in product, and you're off to the races generating some revenue. But as you can see, you know, we spent $40,000 on the new Ford Maverick all in. That same truck will make us anywhere from $250,000 to $350,000 per year. But we just want to show you the two trucks that we are using right now and the styles and setups that we have. So see you guys in the next video.